Alrighty, what is going on, everyone? Well, it came down to this. 22 races later, we're finally going to crown ourselves the champion. You see the names up there on the board. Brandon Banks, the dominating driver all season long, has the most wins in this series with 7. And you got Spencer Dewsbury. I believe he has 3 road course wins. Might be noble, I'm not sure. Evan Looney, the lone survivor here in the championship 4 with no wins. Will he pull a Matt Crafton style championship off and win the championship with no wins? And then James McRae without 1 solo win, but he has the same amount of top 5 and top 10s that Brandon Banks does. I don't know about you, Tony, but this actually seems like a fairly even playing field when it comes to these 4 drivers.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good race. I think there's going to be a lot of strategy involved, so we will have to see how that all works out. But yeah, I think it'll be good. I think Evan Ludy's been up there the whole time. Banks is always fast. McRae's, he always seems to start towards the back and ends up towards the front. And Spencer's been fast all year too. So it's more of who's going to make the mistake and let the other person capitalize.
Yeah, and one thing to keep in mind, everyone watching, points don't matter tonight. It don't matter if you go out there and lead every lap but one. Only thing that matters is you're the first of these 4 drivers across start finish line. Whether you're the first driver in 10th or the first driver in 1st, all you gotta do is beat 3 other drivers, and that's something to keep in mind as these guys start racing. If they're not towards the lead, do you really push the issue that much more, wear the tires out that much more to get around someone for 2nd when you see your nearest competition championship running back in 5th? Should be interesting to see how their strategy plays out. Because I don't know about you, Tony, but if I'm in a championship 4, I'm not racing anyone else on track but the 3 other drivers. I don't care. I don't care if I'm running 21st place. If those 3 other drivers behind me, I'm gonna take my sweet time.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to put yourself in a bad spot either, though.
No.
It's one of those where, yeah, you want to be patient, you want to give yourself time, but you don't want to be around other people that might not be on the same level as you and get taken out by somebody that's not even in contention. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like it could go either way. We've all been in situations where things don't go our way. Sometimes they do. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, it's hard not to go with Banks being the favorite here. He's shown he has some phenomenal speed week in and week out. Has the most wins out of this group. James McRae's only win came back in our 2nd race at Texas, but he's had a solid playoff run. And even Ludy's up there with quite a few top 10s and top 5s. So I think when it comes to underdog in this championship 4, I know he has 3 wins, but I gotta go with Dewsbury being an underdog just because his 3 wins came on road courses.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those guys, Spencer, Ludy, one of those guys be up there in contention. Banks has been fast at every mile-and-a-half track, so it's hard to discount him by any means, but it's really going to come down to, my opinion, strategy. Who takes the tires at the right time? Who gets that caution that goes their way? That type of thing.
Yeah, if we look back this 1 week, we raced Article a week ago. Kind of the same style racing. Very multi-groove track. Very high-speed corners. Just a little bit shorter here at Auto Club. And Banks McRae won 2 last week. So, when we got qualifying underway, we'll hide the graphic. As Tony had to outdo me with a couple. Man, yours look so badass. I was like, I was literally sitting down at the computer getting ready to do it, and then I saw you post something. I'm like, what the heck? And I'm like, this guy used my idea, just made it look cooler. Thanks, Tony.
I'll teach you some tricks.
There's one trick you got to do. You use GIMP, right?
I do.
There's one trick you got to teach me. I'm trying to figure out, because I'm trying to make a logo for my wife, and I'm trying to get the wording to arc.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a...
Or do you not know how to do that either?
I do. It's just, it's not something that I've mastered by any means.
Lovely. Well, we got qualifying underway. We'll We'll go on board here with Dewsbury. Looks like he's running the high line in 1 and 2. Another thing that makes Chicagoland really interesting is that backstretch. It's not straight. It is not a straight backstretch. It has quite a good curve to it.
I think what you're going to see here is Spencer's giving up that first lap just to get his car up to speed, and the money lap is going to be lap number 2.
Yeah. No, he's staying up high. Interesting strategy. Running high 1 and 2. Wonder what Banks ain't qualifying yet.
He was fast in practice. I was running the bottom. I felt like I was losing time on the top side, but some of these guys just drive different than me, so maybe they're faster on the top line.
Currently, Dewsbury's going to go. I think he's going to stay P1 for the time being. Actually, he doesn't increase his time. He went slower that second lap.
Showing a little bit quicker in game, but I'm wondering if he tagged the wall and it's not counting that lap.
The 30.48 did not change when he crossed the second time by.
Yeah, because in session it's showing a 30.38.
James McRae will come across for his lap 1. And McRae running that low line of 1 and 2. Evan Ludy goes pole. Let's keep in mind that pole bonus point, it does not matter right now at all. James McRae will go P4. Brandon Banks just now rolling out of pit lane. I think the biggest shocker here is Schaefer not being in Championship 4. He was the other dominant driver all season long. I think him and Banks won almost every race this season.
Yeah, he had, if I remember correctly, he had some internet issues and ended up starting the race a lap down and just was never able to recover.
No, and that's what really hurt him. I think had we been at like any other type of track where cautions kind of tend to fly a bit more common, I think Schaefer would have had a shot to make it, but we were at Auto Club. Auto Club can be a very, very clean race.
Well, and he was trying to dig himself out of that hole all night, even if he was fortunate to get a caution and get back on that lead lap. It's still starting at the back of the field and trying to progress through the field safely. So, who knows?
I mean, yeah, and he's not in Championship 4, but the one thing we have seen is Banks and him working really well together all season long. I would not be surprised to see that same ordeal. Maybe see a little bit of blocking going on with Schaefer if Banks is in the lead when it comes to 4 drivers.
Yeah. Banks was pretty slow on his first lap compared to some of our drivers here. It ran a 30.8. We'll see if he picks it up at all.
Now he picked it up to P8. The slowest ever Championship 4. And we were talking about strategy also with your Championship 4. When you do your pit strategy, you got to plan it off those 3 other drivers. I don't see it being a smart idea planning it off the second place driver if that second place driver is not in a Championship 4.
Well, and with that being said, I do feel like the undercut is going to be pretty big here tonight, at least early in the run. I do think the tires are going to wear pretty significantly, so if you get in before everybody else, you may leapfrog them on track and potentially retain that track position you gained.
Yeah, we go over our starting lineup real quick. Whoops, I don't know why I keep doing that. So you got Evan Ludy, Spencer Dewsbury, row 1. Row 2, Nixon Penley. Penley, another big surprise, missing the Championship 4. I don't think he made it to the round of 8. I think he got knocked out in the round of 12. Newbrawl McCray, row 3. Row 4, Brandon Banks, Cillian Gallant. Row 5, Vince Vakin and Sean Pointer. Josh Van Western, Brandon Schaefer, row 6. Cedric Brosu, Sam Gordon, row 7. Jared McCauley, Jason Hastings, row 8. Row 9, William Moore, Davey Hendricks, who fall to the rear. Joey Maines, Matt Forens, he'll fall to the rear. Actually, I don't think they're racing at all. Mr. Frazier gives me the boost. And Ricky Williams, that's row 11. Row 12, Matt Webb and Sam Sandstrom. And I'll actually round out the field.
So I think the interesting part tonight is that stage. At lap 45, I got some insider information who says it's going to be about 32 to 33 laps on fuel, but they only have 3 additional sets of tires. So it's going to be interesting to see who runs along and takes fuel only to get to the stage versus who decides to burn up a set of tires in that first stage and potentially be short on the long run at the end.
I think what it might come down to for some of these drivers, especially in Championship 4, is how is that car handling? How difficult is it to pass on older tires? Because if you're not finding it extremely difficult to pass on older tires, you might just risk it and not take a set there and have that extra set, especially when you come down a green-white checkered or a 5-lap shootout, you're going to want that set.
Yeah, it definitely could be a race-winning move, but it could also be a race-losing move. It all depends on how the the cautions play out and how well you're able to save those tires.
Okay, I got that. I got loaded up. We'll play the race sponsors. Sponsored by SM Racing here tonight. I don't even know what this company's about, so I'll probably watch the video too, see what they're all about.
Yeah, they make some. I'll let this go green. I'll talk about it here in a minute as the green flag is about to wave.
110 laps. We're going to start a championship here in season 3? 4. Champion.
I can never remember either.
Champion getting anything fancy?
So definitely get at a custom-made plaque made by myself, and we're also gonna do some other stuff. Not gonna quite announce that yet, but let's just say it's in the works.
Yeah, I'm watching this battle. It's early, but this battle's interesting back here for a second. Those two do not have a good history with each other. Penley and Dewsbury. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not a friendly rivalry there.
No. That goes all the way back, I believe, to Mid-Ohio.
Oh, it's
oh, longer than that? Oh, wow.
I don't remember how far back it goes, but it goes back. So SM Racing Products, they do a lot of accessories for your sim racing rig, like button boxes, digital dashes, that type of stuff.
Huh.
A lot of good quality products there. Go check them out. Facebook. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with some of their equipment as well as their price tags on those equipment. They're very reasonable.
Well, and I'll say this, it did not take long for Brandon Banks to get up here running with the Championship 4 as he has made his way in the top 5, qualified MPA, and in just 4 short laps, he has made it up 3 positions to 5th. Nathan Nixon having issues going down the backstretch. He's going to lose a couple spots. Not sure if he went up and smacked the wall or just got loose off of turn 4.
got the SM Racing Products guys in the chat. You are very welcome. Like I said, check them out. I'm sure you'll be impressed as I am with their products.
And I'll say this, Nathan Penley, our residential Sheldon Creed, has finished second so many times this season. What is Sheldon Creed up to now? 11 second place finishes?
I think he broke the record.
He did. He broke Hemrick's record. At Michigan.
Yeah. So, you talked about Nathan Nixon. I didn't see it, but my assumption is that he got a little loose. I was pleasantly surprised on this car actually getting loose. Normally this car is a pretty tight car, but especially on cold tires, it really gets loose, especially on that bottom line. Saw Schaefer kind of wiggle around there. That's that looseness. You do that too many times, you're gonna burn up your rear tires and.
Man, I wish some of these drivers would have changed their banner. It did throw me off a little bit seeing them. Nixon's still running his. Pointer's still running his.
Yeah, that a little more difficult on us, but we'll manage. I mean, the front driver, Evan Ludi, leading the field, started on the pole. He's one of our championship 4 drivers. Got 3rd, 4th, and 5th, our other 3 drivers. Spencer Dewsbury, Brandon Banks, and James McRae.
Yeah, pretty much 1st through 5th, excluding 2nd, is our final 4.
Yeah, and it's pretty funny when you get the conspiracy theorists coming out here and in real life NASCAR, like, oh, well, look at the top 4. You know, it's playing that way because you'll see the top 4 be the championship 4. No, they're the championship 4 for a reason. You might sneak your way into the playoff, but you are not going to sneak your way into the championship 4.
Yep, that's 100% accurate. These guys are in the championship 4 for a reason. They've been consistent all season, racking up those wins, top 5s, top 10s.
I mean, if you really want to look at more, if you look at the top 10 outside of Newbrough, those are all playoff drivers at one point.
Yep. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tony, but the current playoff format that we have, which is kind of related to real life NASCAR. So say Penley and Ludi change spots. If Penley wins the race, Ludi gets the championship if he throws the field right now, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, so it's of our championship 4, it's the highest finishing position. So you don't necessarily need to win the race. You just need to finish ahead of the other 3 in the championship 4.
Because that'd be kind of an awkward trip to victory lane. Yeah, I won the final race of the season, but I'm not the champion.
We've seen it in the past in real NASCAR.
We have?
Well, just one time.
It was Chastain. It was last season actually.
Yep.
Blaney.
Yep.
Chastain won the race, and Blaney finished 2nd and won the championship.
We've seen it a couple times in trucks, and that's why I said Ludi could be a residential Matt Crafton, because Matt Crafton won the championship in 2021, I want to say, and did not win a single race, and he won the championship.
Well, I like a good underdog, so Ludi's my pick.
Hasn't
won a race all season. Maybe he'll win the one that counts.
I don't really consider Ludi the true underdog. I feel the underdog tonight is Dewsbury because he may have 3 wins, but they are all road wins. And not only that, he dominated all 3 of those races.
Yeah. I just feel like we've seen a major progression out of Ludi this season. You know, he kind of started the season as a mid-pack car, and then towards the end of the season, he's been up there, top 2, top 3. Definitely putting it together towards the end of the season, and the momentum is definitely going to swing his way, at least at the current moment.
Yeah, and the big gap to keep an eye on is that gap between Ludi and Dewsbury. That gap right now is 1 second back. Penley's there in 2nd, but Penley's just out there having fun here tonight, trying to get his first win of the season.
It's like Nixon may have scraped the wall coming off of 4, but I don't think it really did anything. Didn't even slow him down.
And to the person goes by Jersey Devil in chat, all 4 tonight. We have Hastings, Newborough, Schaefer and Banks all in here tonight.
What?
Some person named Jersey Devil in chat was asking how many DVR guys are in the field.
New Brawl.
Hastings is there too.
And Hastings actually coming off his best finish last week in 5th.
Looks like Banks is trying to get around Spencer, but just not able to do so, at least at the moment. Looks like he might settle in a little bit. Nope, he's going to try to send it on the bottom, get some fresh air in the car, and
so stage of 45. Fuel run is, we said, what, 30, 32?
32, 33 is what I'm being told. So definitely going to be a choice made here. I think the guys that are going to run a set of tires here may split it in half. I don't think that's a good strategy. I think you run it dry or close to, and either decide to take tires then or wait to the stage and take then. I personally, I like taking tires there, just because you can put the track position a little bit. It looks like it's pretty hard to pass the longer you get into a run.
Well, Penley's looking up there in front of Ludi. He's trying to get around.
Yeah, and I was talking about earlier, I don't know how hard you battle if you're Ludi. Now, what is worrying me about Ludi, though, is that gap was a second about 3-4 laps ago. It's close to 0.6 of a gap between him and Dewsbury. But I guess if you're Ludi right now, you got to try everything you can to keep that one car cushion between himself and his Championship 4 competitor, Spencer Dewsbury, and his teammate.
But on the other side of that, I do think the draft is going to be pretty big here. So maybe if the 8 gets there, you don't fight him, tuck up behind him, and use that draft to hopefully keep you ahead of the 7 and the 54.
Yeah, but Penley's going to get one hell of a run off of turn 4, and he could be the Ludi's inside going into turn 1. Maybe pull a slaughter on Ludi here.
I don't think he will. Is he clear?
I think it's going to take a little bit. That high lane seems to be a pretty decent defensive line. If he really wanted to battle for this position, though, I think he'd be running the 8 car a little bit tighter.
James McRae is looking to be inside of Banks. They're side by side.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't look now. Like he got 2 more championship drivers going at it back here.
Spencer Dewsbury wants his piece of this pipe in front. I think Banks and McRae are just like, okay, we'll run our own thing.
Yeah, and that gap between Ludi and Dewsbury, it's decreased to 0.3 now. Does look like Dewsbury's starting to get, not Dewsbury, Ludi is starting to get a little bit tight rolling through the corners, entering the corners as he almost went up and smacked the wall in 3 and 4 there.
Yeah, he's definitely getting a little too close for comfort. Definitely running it a little lower through this corner here.
So I'm rocking a far chase cam on McRae right now. And I don't know if it's him or somebody else, but I can hear tires screeching every corner. So somebody's burning up their stuff.
Oh, I think here you're going to hear tires screeching regardless, because
Banks looking inside of Dewsbury.
3-wide action.
Oh,
that was close.
Banks almost made the mistake I made seasons ago, back when we were still NDOT. I still feel really bad about it. He still uses it against me when I wrecked Andrew Kolb here. I felt so bad. It's so easy to lose track where you're at, especially in the travel here at Chicagoland. And I think a lot of that's due to the fact that the backstretch has that curve to it. So it's just the way this track drives, you can lose where you're at.
I just want to point out real fast, sorry, but the final 4 is up 1 through 4 right now. They all got past Penley.
Yeah, and here comes Dewsbury. Dewsbury definitely has a lot more speed than Ludi does right now, but Ludi able to use that high line to his advantage. We're getting near that halfway mark here in stage 1, so if you're wanting to take tires, now's the time to do it. I don't know if I'm a Championship 4 driver if it's worth it. I just feel having that set of tires left at that, in case there is that final caution, I don't know.
Yeah, I think everybody here is going to do the same thing just because they don't want to take themselves out of contention yet. So whatever that decision is, I think we're going to see everybody pretty much on the same strategy here.
Well, and if I'm Brandon Banks, he's already kind of shown us and himself, like, hey, on fresh tires, I can make it to the field pretty quick. He gained 3 spots in like 2 laps. So if I'm Banks, I think Banks will probably just take fuel on this pit stop here when they come to pit lane. If it's under green. Now, if we have a caution and everyone has to come on pit lane,
everybody's getting tires.
I don't know if it would be worse not taking tires because you are going to get shuffled way back. Oh, that was close back there. Looks like Banks had a little bit tight. Penley and McRae had a run, and Penley had to check up there.
Oh, boy. This is going to be interesting. I've got my radio on so I can try and call out the pit for you.
Yeah, McRae and Banks, they are almost leaning on each other. And in the meantime, you can almost tell the two up front are teammates because they're giving each other plenty of room. Dewsbury with the entry into one can be able to clear Ludi here. Well, Ludi might have some momentum. No, I just don't think the Highlands where you want to be at for tire wear.
I'd be curious to see what it does in the long run. I feel like the bottom, you're probably going to burn up a little more your right front. I think the top, maybe not as much, but we'll see if Ludi goes to the bottom, if he's able to close that gap back up and see if it actually did save tire running that high lane.
Yeah, as I'm looking at some tire fall off as far as time wise goes, they're at a 1.5-second fall off. So I don't know. Maybe that kind of actually really questions if you want to take tires here, because if you don't take tires and everyone else does, you're gonna get shuffled all the way to the back of the field.
Yeah, it's a tough choice, right? If you run this dry, come in and take tires, you gotta hope you don't go a lap down. Which, in theory, you shouldn't. And then stay out at the stage. You're gonna leapfrog everybody who didn't take tires, but you're gonna be starting on a few lap older tires. So is it worth it to go get your tires and just kind of putz around at the back, save those tires, and try that leapfrog?
I don't think it is, because even if they run it dry, you said 32-ish was the distance they can go on fuel. You're still going to have 13 laps on those tires. Even putting around, that is a lot of wear you're putting on those tires. And I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it.
I think it, yeah.
As far as we have had no takers on pit lane yet. We're in the window, well into the window, being able to make it from here on fuel.
I think nobody's coming in until they have to, especially our top 4. But who's going to be the one who comes in first? That's my question. Because if you are going to take tires here, you don't want to be the one to take them last. The fresh tires, the speed you gain is... I mean, you could leapfrog these guys. Yes, they'll get it back at the stage, but you should, in theory, start in front of them.
Ooh, McRae
got loose on the
floor.
floor.
I was about to say that McRae had a little bit of a wobble there come out of turn 4. Banks looking to his outside.
And I will say for Banks, this is kind of a bad spot for him to be in, right? He can't get to pit road right now. So if McRae keeps side by side with him, and the three decide in front of him decide to pit, he's not going to be able to come in at the same lap.
Evan Ludi will be coming in this time.
Yeah, I was actually just about to say something about the 3. Banks is about to have a lot of help here in a little bit if he's able to catch him. We have seen all season long those two. They finished 1-2 quite a bit this season, and they have done it. Oh, that was close. A phenomenal. Granted, I'm gonna say phenomenal, but racing against them, it was annoying. Have done a phenomenal job controlling the field all season long when they're up front. So if they get 1-2, Good luck getting around Schaefer and Banks.
So Ludi, the only taker at this moment of our championship 4 drivers.
Does he take tires? That's the question. Let's watch Ludi here.
Sean's point coming in. Nixon's coming in.
Nixon came in with Ludi.
No tires. They're not 28 machine. Just gas and go.
Joey Maines.
Did he get caught speeding? No. Okay, he's gone.
No, he did not.
Now, interesting call there by Ludi. He topped off all the way. He didn't take any less fuel.
Well,
coming in this time.
I mean, it's really. I don't think it's really going to hurt him unless he's not able to stay on the lead lap.
He's going to lose some fuel. He's going to lose some track position if these drivers know how much to add. Here comes Dewsbury, Banks, McRae, Penley, Schaefer. What an entry that was by Schaefer.
Dewsbury.
Holy cow. Schaefer with a power move around Nathan Penley coming to pit lane. Solid move there. Everybody but top 3.
How fast he was going.
Oh, the caution's out. Joey Maines bringing out the caution. Joey, my God, what did you do?
Oh, and Ludi went a lap down.
Wait, you said Joey Maines crashed.
Oh, yeah, he spun his tires a little bit and got Sean, and he got turned around at the very bottom of the racetrack, almost going onto the surface.
Oh, no. Wow, I am actually surprised that's a caution. Wow.
That is kind of surprising.
That is really weird.
That was a interesting caution.
Yeah, because we looked back a week ago, I think we had 2 big wrecks that were on track and never got yellow. And here, Joey Maines he doesn't come to complete stop, but he is slow rolling on the pit exit, and he brings out a yellow. That is very interesting.
Well, if you go back and look at him, he got sideways and just basically pointing the outside wall.
So, quick rundown. Evan Ludi came in and got fuel only. Did not stay on the lead lap. Will not get the lucky dog. So he will not. I mean, he'll take the wave around and maybe he'll be able to come back in and get fresh tires, but I don't know.
Where is he at on track? No. Oh, yeah, he will. Okay.
Vincent Vahone ran out of gas.
So that is worst case scenario for Evan Ludi.
All right. So what was the fear run there? 36. So, okay, it's going to be a one-stop race for the final stint. For sure. Josh Van Western, Schaefer, they're leading the way. And Banks P2. And how did Schaefer get around Dewsbury in pit lane?
Something called a pro gamer move.
I think Schaefer and Banks did what I was talking about, putting in just enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage. Smart move, knowing that it takes longer to fill up with the tanks we run than it does to put 4 tires. Actually, no, it takes about the same amount of time because we run 65% fuel. So 4 tires and a full tank of fuel is about the same time. I think maybe a half a second longer to add the fuel in. But smart move there by Schaefer and Banks, just topping off what they need to make it to the end of the stage, and it jumped them a couple spots.
So here's the question. Is Schaefer going to lead the way and burn his fuel up so Banks can save his?
No, they don't got to save fuel right here. They can make it to the end of the stage on fuel. Those guys are the class of the field. They've been in the class of the field all season long. They know. Oh, Schaefer coming back down pit lane.
Probably going to get fuel or tires.
But they know exactly how much fuel to add.
All right, so iRacing is scoring Evan Ludi in 8th, so he must have got his wave around.
Oh, and Vincent ran out of fuel, went on lap down because of it.
Yeah, they gave him an EOL penalty, so it didn't create a bunch of black flags.
Oh, he barely made it to the pit box.
Yeah, he's like creeping, crawling, running through this stall.
Oh, that makes sense. Tony Kvet's saying Schaefer didn't pit, he just drove through, so he had to come back down.
Wow, that's an interesting call by Schaefer, because he was on pit lane when the yellow came out. As long as you are past that commitment cone, you can complete your pit stall. Pit stop. Over here,
Did he
sounded
miss
like
his box, maybe? Wasn't paying attention to miss
if
his
anything,
box.
he just didn't want to. Like I've seen guys where you would think they'd be good, but then just because of how it all plays out, they end up getting scored a lap down.
Oh, okay.
And the only reason I know you're allowed to do that is my second Texas win. I was down pit lane, caution came out, and I had a spotter, and I'm like, can I pit here? And he's like, yes, pit, get your tires put on, and that's what won me the race. It put me in front of the guys racing against for the lead.
Yeah, I think the only downside, should if he did go in and whatnot, if you get tires there, by the time the field catches the pace car, they're driving all the way back around. It could definitely easily put you a lap down. So driving through kind of just saves you that time and allows you to come in on the lead lap. All depends where the caution happened, where the drivers were at on track.
Well, I'm just kind of surprised that Banks pitted, but Schaefer didn't. So it almost kind of makes you wonder if maybe Schaefer did miss his pit stall. Maybe the Irish saying caution is out as his spotter is supposed to be counting him down to his pit stall.
Or you want to go a lap down for the pace car.
Because what some people don't know is when caution comes out, it overrides anything else your spotter would tell you.
No, oh, wait, that's the wrong lap. All right, here we go. Let's see what...
That's the only thing you think of is maybe the Irish spotter saying caution is out as he is supposed to be getting counted down to his pit stop, pit box.
He swerved in to go to his pit box and then pulled back out.
Like swerved in as he was going to miss it, and that's why he pulled back out?
I don't think so. I don't think he was going to miss it. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's so hard to say what's going through.
Well, 5-lap sprint here. That caution has kind of shaked up the championship 4.
3-1, turn 1.
Ludy's still running back here in P10. He's still in the top 10, but he is now back here mired in a little bit of traffic, something we haven't seen yet from that 28 machine. He's been up front, but really all race long until the pit stop started. Four to go here in stage 1. Brandon Banks leading the way.
Spencer Dewsbury in third.
So I have a question. Why was our entire...
You see what I'm laughing at, Tony?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good one, kid. That's a good one, Tony. Oh, that's pretty good. 30 to go here. Stage 1, Schaefer getting... Wow, what a save that was by Schaefer. I thought he was going sideways.
Definitely got a little slideways that way.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't sideways. No, that was slideways. I think Ricky might have took tires. Ricky Williams he's getting slideways again.
Got it gathered up, though.
He's like, I'm just getting some practice in. Don't mind me.
I will say this. Well, we got 2 to go on the stage. I just got to put this out there. I put it out there in the other broadcast I did. I did. I'll put this out there. I think it's hilarious how NASCAR, they paved the backstretch to Daytona. They put something else on the car to keep it from flipping. What happened? Barry flips.
It didn't work.
I think Dell Jr. said it best. He said, flipping is a consequence of going fast.
Yeah.
And he also said it best. He's like, this is something that NASCAR should not panic about. It's what happens when you go fast. We don't want to see these cars restrictor plated on all these tracks, and then you really can't pass.
Yeah, then it's boring.
I feel like if they would have if as long as the roofs don't cave in, we're golden.
Yeah, I think you kind of saw an extreme there. Like, that was worst case scenario for Josh Berry.
Because he hit the wall head on.
And he walked away. Right?
It scared me because I have never seen someone upside down nose into a wall. It scared me for a second. And then when they weren't showing the replay and
caution's
stage rate. When they weren't showing the replay, I was starting to worry like maybe he's not communicating. Like, you saw the workers down there, but we didn't know what they were saying. So I'm like, is he hurt? Is that why they're not showing the caution? But I think NASCAR was just covering their butt in case he was hurt. They didn't want to show a replay.
And I feel like I think was it Matt. Yeah, we were in here watching it on Saturday night, and I think, was it Matt or was it Bobby or was it you, Tony? You weren't in there. It was somebody, and they wouldn't be flipping the car over if he wasn't okay. They would cut him out.
That was me.
Oh, that was you? Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. When Newman got in that wreck, they cut him out right then and there.
Yeah, if it's bad, they ain't gonna waste their time flipping the car. They're gonna cut.
Well, and stage 2 of any of the battles going on the rest of the field.
Well, right now we're all basically single file.
Not really. Before, shut up. All right. I'm about to put you in timeout, Gib. Not really. Before we got that caution in the middle of the stage, everyone for the most part single filed out. All the battle we had going on was in top 5.
Tony, so
Ricky's gonna stay out. He's on tires.
I would have taken fuel at least.
I would have too.
Yeah.
I mean, you still would have been first out, but that may throw a wrench into his plans.
Nah, he might be good. Maybe.
Will stayed out. Is that?
I mean, you just got to figure out your fuel windows to see if it's something you can do, if the track position's worth it, having to hit a little quicker, sooner than the other guys.
So, stage now, we have what? We'll have what? 60 laps to go. That's a one stop.
60-ish, yeah. It's a one-stop race.
It's a one-stop.
Brandon Bacon won the race on pit road. Dewsbury come up P2. Van Western third. Penley, Hastings. Did Schaefer get Gordon there?
Schaefer. I was watching the back end of Gallant.
No, Sam Gordon
Schaefer just doing a burnout.
Fuel mileage
33-ish laps.
No, it's not. Fuel mileage. So 36 was the longest somebody went. So 34 to 36.
The 36, they ran out of fuel. One person
that was
anyways.
So 35 because on the 36th lap he got down the halfway down the backstretch and ran out of fuel.
Yep.
So 35 pretty much.
All right, and if you're a championship war driver, this is where it starts getting a little bit hairy because now there's no. Yeah, but he didn't come to pit lane there.
What?
I don't think he did. No, he didn't because Banks was the first one off the pit lane. Top 3 didn't pit there.
Oh boy.
That's the interesting strategy.
Okay.
Of those top 3, James McRae, a championship 4 driver. So we're going to see how this plays out. The other 3 championship 4 drivers all kind of did the same thing there. McRae's one that did something a little different. We're going to see if it's a good move or if it costs him in the long run.
Well, one of the things I saw during that run, McRae was dropping back pretty quick. He was like one of the last cars on the lead lap when the stage caution came out. So pretty sure he was doing what Tony was talking about, taking it easy for a couple laps. And like I said, even taking it easy, you're still putting a lot of heat and wear into those tires.
Yeah, but the track position might be worth it. Being in that front row might.
When did they last pit?
46.
They pitted under our caution in stage 1, so they pitted 12 laps ago, so 36.
Yep, and the ones that stayed out were either 37 or 38.
Yeah.
But besides the top 3, 4 through the rest of the field have pitted just now, so they can go into lap 80, 85, 86. Math is hard, I guess. I don't know. 46 plus 35. So about lap 80, yeah. So lap 80, that'll be your pit. That'll be the maximum they can go. And then from there, that's a 29 to 30 lap sprint. So I feel like I would play it a little bit safe. I would pit at lap 79 to 80 just so I have a lap or 2 of fuel in case we go under caution again. Or worst comes to worst, if I'm, somewhere in a decent spot and everybody else is calling into pits, I'll go take a splash of fuel.
If I'm a championship 4 driver, I'm pitting with someone in the championship 4 pits.
Yeah, you basically have to. I mean, you can't get far behind. You can't get more than probably 3 rows, otherwise you're just in trouble the entire race. You burn up your tires before you can get up there.
I feel like there's a window, right? A certain window you're going to maximize the tires. But, man, it's going to be... I think it all depends on where you're going to be at on track. Like Ludi, he's a little bit behind now because of that untimely caution. Maybe he tries a little different strategy, and either it works or it doesn't, right?
And fight back out in the air. Rick Williams was a great jump, taking advantage of that restart zone iRacing implemented a while back. A little further back, you'll have James McRae, Brandon Banks, and try to get around him in a hurry. Brandon Banks is on those 4 fresh tires. McRae has about 10 green flag laps on his tires. So it should be interesting to see how long McRae's able to hold off Brandon Banks. Dewsbury's just behind them, trying to get on Michael Newbraw in the 6.
Looks like he's able to make that pass. Going to fall in line in 4th.
Banks looking to the outside of McRae here, rolling through 1 and 2. Well, McRae able to actually get the power planted pretty good off of turn 2 and had actually a run off the bottom line.
Well, and I think that's something we also got to remember is these tires fresh, they're loose. This car is loose on fresh tires. So we may see McRae have a little bit of the benefit of not having those fresh tires on the first couple laps. But once those tires come in, he may start falling a little bit.
Yeah, if we go back here and check on our championship 4, the last driver in championship 4, Evan Ludi, currently running in P7.
Side by side with that 6 car. Gonna make the pass, it looks like.
And earlier, as soon as you said, the 8 car of Nathan Penley got into the wall. I know he's not a championship driver, but he got into the wall out of 4. But
he just blinked out.
He blinked out, yeah. He back.
Yeah, I listened to Van Western clutch in. He's like, whoop. But as soon as you, Tony, as soon as you said on these new tires the car gets loose, as soon as you finished the word loose, I saw Van Weston's rear end step out a little bit.
Yeah, it was something that I noticed running laps in practice that about
same
takes about
the wall.
2 laps. 2 laps for those tires to be good. Yeah. More, you feel it more, in my opinion, on the low line, but
not really championship 4 drivers back here, but we got a nice little pack back here towards the back of the pack. More Broso, Pointer, Sandstrom going at it.
Landed the wall out of 4 again.
Evan Ludi able to make the pass on Josh Van Westen.
Yeah, and Ludi's just trying to make up ground right now. Kind of got stuck in a rabbit's hole with that caution came out when it did. Had to take the wave around, and he's bounced back pretty good. P6 now.
Schaefer's on his tail. Schaefer wants to get up there and support his buddy.
Yeah, I think Banks has got the pass made here. He's going to take the lead.
Did that car get into the wall, Williams?
Yeah,
he did. I saw him. Yeah, I saw him let out. I saw the flames come out from the right side of his car.
And that cost McRae a lot of time. Williams actually got loose in front of McRae.
Oh, yeah.
And McRae doing a really good job staying out of the back of Williams. But it definitely cost McRae a lot of time.
Yep.
McRae is fighting right now with Spencer Dewsbury trying to hold that second position.
Also, Evan Ludi getting same thing happened with McRae.
Yeah, and Schaefer just got around Ludi. Now Ludi looking to get around Ricky Williams.
So that was our one stage. There will be no more stages at the end of the race. But I'm just happy there's no, iRacing special thing of the brake cautions like they were in NASCAR back in the day.
I don't know. iRacing pretty quick on the trigger with that one caution with Joey, like they are in NASCAR.
Yeah. So, if I'm not wrong, every series this week is here at Chicagoland.
Correct.
Yeah.
Championship week across the board, all 4 series. Sean Pointer in the wall. Off at middle of turn 2 or 3 and 4 there.
It's always been like that. Every time we have championship week, it always ends at the same track.
We should end at Martinsville next year. That would be death.
You're stupid. I don't know what's worse, ending at Martinsville or ending at a super speedway.
Let's just say it'll probably be pretty interesting next season.
Oh boy.
Gosh.
You're scaring me, Tony.
So you mean I have a shot?
Crashing? Yes.
Banks starting to drive away a little bit from these two back here. 7-77.
And those two, I think Schaefer trying to keep Ludi back.
Ooh, a little bump back here, Ludi.
Ludi wants him out of the way.
Yeah, Schaefer is definitely giving Ludi all sorts of dirty air.
At the moment,
looking to that side of the 8 car, Nathan Bidley trying to get around him for 6th place.
McRae not taking tires. He's able to hold that 2nd position. Older tires. He took tires there, just older.
Yeah. Ludi looking to the inside.
I think he's got it now.
Switch back.
Look
Get a little
look at Schaefer giving him no room. In the meantime,
I felt like there was 2 lanes there.
Whoa, door bang.
A little bit further forward, you have Dewsbury trying to get around McRae. Dewsbury on the same tire strategy that Banks is.
Oh boy, they're door banging back here.
Ludi's got the pass made.
Oh, Schaefer put the... Oh. Come on, Ludi, hang on to it.
Both saved it.
What I missed? I just put the Dewsbury.
Oh, the radar is... The radio is a little hot.
Go back and watch what happened there.
Schaefer, I think Schaefer just got tired and I don't know if he misjudged the braking point or what.
Oh, wow. What a save that was. What a job Ludi did keeping it off the wall.
Definitely a wheelman there.
Dewsbury able to get around McRae, get himself into P2.
Oh, Matt had to step in. They were going at it for a second.
I mean,
you have your radio on, Tony?
I have it very quiet.
And I don't think you could fault Ludi too much for being a little upset at Schaefer there. You're a Championship 4 driver and you've got a bump going into the corner. I would be pretty on fire too.
Yeah, I feel like you can race somebody for the Championship 4, but you probably don't want to be a dick about it, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Don't be a meanie. In my, that's what you guys call me, Bible Belt. Yeah, apparently that's my new nickname according to some drivers. It's not Jacoby anymore, it's Bible Belt.
Schaefer didn't get that memo.
Oh, Gib. Gib, are we going to see you back in a vehicle next season?
Yeah, an admin vehicle.
Well, not what I meant.
Race control vehicle.
That's not what I meant.
He's going to be driving the pace car.
I wish we could do that. That'd be kind of cool.
I'm still waiting for the one update they secretly make the pace car.
Gen 6 car.
I'm waiting for the update where they make the pace car rock solid.
April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
I know when they don't do it. I can't count how many times I'm pacing and here comes the pace car. It scares the hell out of me.
It's going to be interesting to see once Ludi...
Ooh, I think Spencer just got in the wall.
Dewsbury?
I think so. Oof. Coming off of turn 2.
McRae's starting to losing time now. Yeah, McRae's losing time hard because those tires are starting to wear off more. I wonder what his pit strategy is.
He took.
Well, he's obviously got to come in a little sooner than everybody else.
He'll probably come in at 75. He'll probably come in right when that pit window opens.
So, Tony, I'm gonna send you something real fast.
You can go a little longer than that if you wanted to. Well, forgot to run it during stage break. We'll run it now. We'll have to run some ads and we'll be back for the finish of our Championship 4 race here at Chicagoland. Alrighty, and we are back just in time for a pit window to open up. If anyone wants to do a really early pit strategy, we'll get into that window here in 2 laps. I don't know who's going to take the opportunity. I just feel like if you pit too soon, it's just you're going to lose way too much speed on the back end of the run.
Well, and then you got to worry about a caution, right? If you come in too early, a caution comes out, you get trapped a lap down. You know, that's one of those things where if you pit early and it goes green, very good chance it benefits you in the long run. But you pit early and you get a caution, and it kind of does not work in your favor. Got a little pack of cars back here for about the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th spot.
Yeah, one of the drivers is our Championship 4 driver, Evan Ludy, back here. But Craig's starting to fall back into the clutches of these drivers, too.
And honestly, he could probably pit now or in the next couple laps because he took a full fuel tank, but he's on those 10-lap old tires. So I'm pretty sure he's back on the same pit strategy. So maybe not that bad of a as I say that, he comes into pits right now.
And I think that's a good call. You know you're off pace from everybody on fresh tires. You're only going to get slower, right? Come in and get those freshies and try to battle back.
Yeah,
Michael Newbrough is coming in this time, he says. So
no
we'll
Taker
go a lap
this
down
time.
If you pit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The 6th car was supposedly coming in.
There's not a mile and a half we go to you don't go a lap down.
Right.
Well, under caution. I'm kidding. But McRae will be a lap down, though.
The
So
real question I feel like here is, what does Evan Ludy do? You know, he's behind the 8 ball now. Does he try to overcome that by short pitting? Does he try to stay out long and hope for a caution? What's the plan for him? I think Spencer and Banks are gonna. Oh, there we go. Ludy's
yep,
coming
28.
in.
That was.
I was about to say, if you're Ludi behind the 8 ball here, you run it dry and hope for a caution. I just don't think pitting early is going to benefit you in the long run.
Well, and it does seem like this has got kind of a green flag flow to it.
Yeah, Joey Main's coming in this time as well.
Don't spin it this time, Joey.
I think Spencer and Banks, I think those two are going to mirror each other. Just because of the position they're in. But I think these guys that are a little bit further behind got to try something to get a little closer to the front.
Yeah, Spencer's starting to lose some time on Banks, too. No, Spencer, you got to come in here. You got to try to short pit Banks, make some time up on a short pit strategy.
Yeah, I don't think you can pit after him. That's for sure. I think you need to, like you said, you got to come in a lap earlier, at least.
A lap or two early would be perfect.
But with Banks and the gap he has, you know, he can kind of wait for Spencer to pit and then come in the next lap and probably still come out in front of him.
If I'm Spencer, I'm not calling it out. I'm just pitting when I want to.
Well, and there's really nobody around him.
But don't we have to call it pits
No.
if I'm not wrong?
Not Xfinity.
It is recommended.
Man, if I would have on, I'm like,
Like you've ever had a shot to win a race.
I mean.
Let's be real. It's common courtesy if there's cars directly behind you or you're in the middle of a pack. If you have a huge gap.
I mean, it is common courtesy, but if you're Spencer Dewsbury, you don't want to play your hand. You don't want Banks to know when you're pitting. Oh, they're still staying out there. I think they're trying to run the thing dry. This might benefit Ludi and McRae with how long these drivers are staying out. The longer they stay out, the less laps they're going to have to catch up to them on the back end of a long run. Right now, we're under 30 to go.
And realistically, when do we see cautions? Right after half the field pits. Right? You got people on fresh tires, you got people on old tires. That's when it gets a little sketchy and maybe that, Banks is coming down. Oh, he looped it. He saved it. I'm sorry, Schaefer.
I'm since Dewsbury coming in this next time. I was like, Banks did what?
No, I'm sorry. The other Brandon. But he didn't wreck. He didn't hit anything. Got it straightened out.
If only I could channel his energy like I did at Auto Club. Well, Sean Pointer coming in this time.
Banks is already in.
Yeah. Dewsbury needs to pit. Yep. There he goes. Penley follows suit. And Weston, I think, too.
Yeah, Banks.
McRae's going to soar past him here.
It's more of a matter of how long he can hold them off. I feel like at this point, you know, he's on what, 7 lap older tires.
Yeah, 7, 8.
But is that not his teammate behind him? Nathan Nixon?
No, I think it's Ludi is his teammate.
Yep. Ludi, Moore.
No, Nixon's McRae's teammate.
That's right. I thought McRae was DBR, not DBR, SVR.
Oh yeah, you're talking McRae. Yes. McRae and Nixon are teammates.
Is Nixon gonna give like how Schaefer is to Ludi as?
Oh, you know it. You know it. Race the living hell out of Banks. That's what I'm telling McRae. That's what I'm telling Nixon from McRae. Like when that 54 catches you, race the hell out of him. Do not make it easy to get by you.
Can't do that. They're coming up on this 42 car.
Oh, that's William Moore.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man. You're going to have to memorize names.
Okay. So far, I'm not streaming Xfinity. I hope you know that.
No, because you're racing it, dummy.
We'll see. I don't know. It's going to be a tight shot this year with the amount of spots.
25 to go here.
McRae saving fuel.
Well, he can't save too much because Banks is 2 seconds back.
Yep.
With 25 laps to go.
Yeah. Oh, he's just clutching in and then mid corner giving it gas again. He's just probably trying to get like half a lap or something, just a little push.
Oh yeah, he's not in ultra save mode.
Maybe he forgot to adjust that margin when he fueled up to make sure he had a little bit extra.
I hate auto fuel. I just fill it up all the way unless I'm in a position like that. Where the heck did William Moore come from on the inside of McRae right now?
William Moore's a lap car.
Yeah, 2 laps down.
Here's a question, 23 to go. How much of a fight is Nixon going to give Brandon Banks?
McRae's got to put the pedal to the metal. He's losing time really bad right now.
Nah.
It's gonna be interesting to see what
McRae's going to need a caution.
I think you're right. I think Banks is just too quick at the moment. He's got the advantage on tires. He's got the advantage on fuel.
Oh, Nixon was wanting to slide up, decided not to.
I would have done it, but that's just me. I mean, it's Final Four. What can you do? You're trying to protect your teammate.
I would have done it too. My teammate up front. Oh, they made contact. Brandon Banks getting loose. Not sure if that was a fault on Banks or Nixon.
Oh boy. I think that was just a...
Oh my gosh, that was netcode. Holy cow.
There still would have been collision there. Banks was sending it too low, though.
Yeah, that was netcode, and that was Banks coming down.
That was a pretty...
Yeah, that was all on Banks, yeah.
That wasn't like inches. That was like a foot, maybe
foot and
more.
A half.
I don't think that was prediction code. That was straight up netcode, yeah. I actually want to go on board here with Brandon Banks and watch him save this car.
See,
he didn't even turn the wheel. Wow. Interesting. He just kept the wheel straight.
What's our time gap now?
It's still 1.2. It did not cost him a lot of time.
Okay, well, that's still 0.2 of a second.
But look who's right behind Banks now.
Dewsbury,
yup.
Ludi is back behind him, but he's 3 seconds back.
Yeah, but look who's behind Ludi.
Yeah. Tony Q. Banks still would have came down. It was like a what's the term for it? Pre-collision netcode or something
prediction
like that?
code? No, that was not prediction code. That was netcode.
Okay.
If it was a little bit closer, yeah, but there was a good foot between the bumpers.
Yeah. Wasn't the worst netcode I've seen, but...
No.
It's Monday night. I'm going to be really sad next week. We won't have any more Relentless racing for a little bit. I'm going to be sad.
It's our regroup time.
Yes.
Oh, Banks gets the pass on McRae. I wasn't even paying attention.
Fairly easy, too. McRae didn't even really contest him. Flew right by McRae.
Well, I think the tires, it's all the tires right there. Banks is on quite a bit fresher tires.
Yeah, here's Dewsbury around McRae.
McRae is not going to not protect it. Woo, Nelly.
16 to go. Can Dewsbury catch him?
And realistically, right? Once Banks gets around McRae, McRae's really, why even bother fighting Dewsbury there, right?
Oh, you got the 328 nose to tell yet again.
Oh, this is gonna be a party house. Not 28's going. Send it high.
28, yeah, letting Schaefer by there.
Yeah.
And the question is, 15 to go, can Dewsbury make up this half-second gap? Dewsbury did pit a lap later than Banks.
And surprisingly, he is within that half second, right? That one lap that he was out longer. That what were we tracking? Over a second of fall off.
Yeah.
So you got to think he's been pushing that car pretty hard just to get this close. How much of that tire did he burn up trying to get there?
Yeah, if Dewsbury's going to win the championship, he's going to have to get his first oval win this season and chase down the driver who has the most oval wins to do it. Last 2 laps, Dewsbury's being quicker this time by.
Yeah, a little bit.
Dewsbury once again a little bit quicker, about a half a tenth.
Oh boy.
You know what would really shake things up here?
A caution.
Caution.
Oh, you said it, not me.
I get to say it. I think Dewsbury's trying that diamond formation, getting that heck of a run off of 4, going down and send it low down below the apron. The dog
He's definitely flirting with that outside wall off of turn 4, though. He's
be careful that don't bite you in the butt there.
Very, very close.
And you gotta wonder how much of this is Banks just maybe maintaining the gap, playing with Dewsbury here a little bit.
Well, I think that's what you got to do, right? You don't want to burn up your tires and have them come around you, so you just kind of want to manage that gap. It's a smart play for Banks.
Dewsbury actually, I believe, going to lose time this lap. He is. Banks a little bit quicker.
Gray's starting to get tire loose.
And I feel like McRae's bank, he needs a caution to get him back in this, right?
Oh yeah, so does Ludi.
Yeah, they're McRae is behind on tires and track position. Ludi's behind on track position.
Yeah, Ludi's just losing spots. Pointer, Hastings, both going by him here. Banks starting to drive away from Dewsbury. 7/10 is the gap now.
Gibbs says there's a hot dog wrapper in turn 4.
10 to go. What's Dewsbury got left?
I don't think Dewsbury has anything left. 9 to go this time by.
Would be a shame if we had a last couple of laps of caution,
I don't think we're gonna get it. I don't think anyone's really. Well, there's a couple battles. Newbraw's back here, duking that with McCauley.
We've had a few of our championship races that ended like that, but I don't foresee this one being that way.
No, I don't either.
I just feel like everybody's too stretched out. For the most part.
Over these past couple weeks, as I have watched and the couple times I've broadcasted the Xfinity series, I've grown to like McRae. So he was my pick, but I didn't want to say anything because I was afraid I'd jinx him.
Dewsbury did catch Banks there a little bit, but 8 to go. This is too little, too late right now.
And I can tell
not
you,
making it easier for Schaefer to get around him for 5th.
It's not through lack of effort. We see the 7 car. He's running every inch of that track, not leaving anything. Like, he's right up against the wall on corner exit. He's giving it everything it's got.
Yeah, Banks pulls this off. That save saves himself. Saves the championship for him, basically.
I could see it a rough race or two a couple weeks ago. I do know that. Was it the Roval? Yeah, it was the Roval, and there was another race, I think, in the round of 12.
Well, and if memory serves, Banks has had bad luck in championship races, to put it mildly. Last season, major issue. Championship 4, couldn't finish the race. I think he had a pretty decent finish when he was in ARCA for the championship. I don't recall what happened in that race, but a little different playoff format for the ARCA series.
Yeah. 4 to go.
I think Ludi's done. Ludi and McRae are done.
Yeah, they definitely need a caution.
It's going to come, in my opinion, it's going to come down to Banks is good if he can hold on. Dewsbury needs Banks to screw up. And then McRae and Ludi both need a caution.
Three laps to go.
Dewsbury's still losing time on him.
Yeah. And all Banks wants to see is he wants to see this next lap here go clean.
White flag?
He just wants to see that white flag, yep. He's going to be 2 to go this time, and all Banks is hoping, just let me get around and get that 1 to go. Please do not cause a caution, you guys.
Oh, okay.
3 wide.
3 wide and further back. McRae's like, no.
Brandon Banks, when he come out of turn 4, he is going to collect that white flag 9/10 back to that second place driver, Spencer Dewsbury. And Brandon Banks can just put that car in cruise control and just let it sail. Just hopefully a cat doesn't jump on his lap.
That happened to you? Or is that, I remember it happened to somebody.
Happened to Davey.
Yeah, Dewsbury Oh, Nixon gets loose in the backstretch.
Anyways.
But Dewsbury congratulates Brandon on a good race.
Brandon Banks comes out through turn 4 one final time this season. Brandon Banks.
He will win Xfinity.
Will be your Season 4 Relentless Racing League champion. Dewsbury coming across 1 spot short of that championship. Brandon Schaefer, P3, Penley, or Nixon, and then Penley round out your top 5.
McRae and Ludi just not having the night they wanted. It's unfortunate.
DBR's going to come celebrate with their teammate. Hastings and Schaefer coming along. Not sure where New Brawl's at. Oh, there's New Brawl. Vince coming to give him a love tap.
Is Banks going to Cup next year?
I don't think so.
To be determined.
I don't think him and Schaefer are.
Yeah, they're both under the TBD.
Oh, Banks finally blew the engine.
Well, he deserves to blow that thing up. Just watching Schaefer just doing burnouts in the pit lane. It's pretty funny.
Like people join podium. Brandon Banks gets some podium finishers.
There he is.
Let's drag our season 4 champion down, Brandon Banks. You finally get some luck here in the championship race. You get yourself the championship. Man, what a race and what a save that was when Netcode almost cost you a run there.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to make the corner. I don't know if I came down on him or if he just I don't know. I have to go back and look. But if it was my fault, I apologize to him, but I felt like I needed to make the corner and he just wasn't turning. So I don't know. Yeah, that was close. We that was definitely scary. I think I burned up a little rears there, getting them pretty hot there for a couple laps, and had to cool them off and then try to go run them down again, James and them. So definitely a lot of fun. Been a heck of a season. Like I said, we've ran pretty good all season, and nice to cap it off with the championship here.
All right, man. Well, I'm pretty sure you're pretty ecstatic in the championship. Wasn't easy. You had Dewsbury charging, coming your way for a bit. He started falling off, started coming back again. Like I said, you had that crazy save, and on top of that, you had to start a little bit further back in the pack, make quick work, get in the top 5. Man, you get the job done here, man. I'll let you get your shout-outs and congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate you guys for putting this thing on, and you guys for doing the broadcast. Great job for you guys, and appreciate Tony and all them for doing this. This is really fun league. I wish we had a little bit bigger turnout at the end. We still had a pretty good amount of size field there. It was really nice. Hopefully maybe next season if we decide we're going to come back, we can get a couple more people in here, and I don't know. You never know. We might even go up there to that Cup League and race with some of you boys. So we'll see. But yeah, appreciate them and DBR guys and just everybody that watches us every week. And just thanks for doing everything you do, and Talesman and everything. So thank you guys, and yeah, championship. That's all.
All right, man. Once again, congrats.
All right, thank you.
Hey, well, we got you real quick.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, DM me your address so we can get your plaque mailed out here after I make it and whatnot.
All right, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, guys.
All right, next let's pull down our runner-up finisher. Came up one spot short. Probably the strongest showing you've had on the oval this season. Just wasn't quite enough. What is going on, Dewsbury?
Honestly, it was a hell of a race. I feel bad for my teammate Ludi. That caution was the worst timing for him. All in all, I'm not disappointed with the runner-up finish. This season has been an experience of all time, and I'm very much looking forward to going back into it next season to actually have a shot at winning that cup for real. It's been a roller coaster of a season. I started out checkers or wreckers, and I dumped the time in. Did some theory reading, I put in the work, and it paid off. It paid off in spades. I am not disappointed in the slightest right now. The fact that I was matching the best guy in the leagues and for Xfinity's pace for the entirety of the race is just a testament to how much better that I have gotten since I started in whatever we started, like February. So I am, despite finishing second, I am not disappointed in the slightest. That was an amazing season, an amazing race, and I couldn't be happier right now. The only way I could be happier is if I was winning that cup right now.
Yeah, and I gotta ask you, man, you actually were the last of the championship before to come down pit lane. Do you kind of look back and wish you would have pitted sooner? Maybe came out in front of Dewsbury? Or in front of Banks?
No, I disagree. Our tires were dead heat. Like Greg on the pit box, we were looking at the numbers. We were maybe hundredths of a second off on tires at any one point. So I wanted fresher tires. I wanted the best tires I could get. I wanted the shortest fuel run so I could afford to run some highline laps because I did a lot of practice on the highline, probably more than anyone. A lot of practice on the highline to try and make something work up there and use more fuel up there. So I wanted the lightest fuel that I could get, all this and that. That probably would. Oh dang! I have auto fuel turned off now. I forgot to take maybe. Actually, no, I would have needed the full tank. Never mind. But Banks probably had a bit less in the tank than I did, so he would have been running with a bit more rear grip, which probably made the difference. But at the end, I was getting tight. I had my brake bias all the way back. I had nothing left. It was just the way it goes sometimes.
Well, I will say this, from what we saw, it definitely wasn't from lack of effort. We saw you using every inch of that track, maximizing your speed off of every corner, flirting with that outside wall, but man, solid race, one spot short, but nothing to hang your head about.
No, not in the slightest. Myself and Evan Ludi are staying behind in Xfinity. I'm not a big fan of the way the next gen car drives. It's just not for me. So I'm very much looking forward to next season. Hope to have my name etched into that cup at season's end.
All right, man. Once again, congrats on PTO.
Thanks so much.
All right, next let's bring down our third place finisher. Probably the biggest surprise not to be in the championship for. Just some internet issues going on. Cost you a shot here. Still come up P3, man, and your teammate gets the win. I mean, it's all in all solid season for DVR. Mopped up the field with the most wins. I think he gets end the season winning 13 of the 22 races. So solid run there for you guys.
Yeah, we'll take it, man. DVR back to back, otherwise known as douchebag racing. Man. But, DVR we'll take the back to back championship.
I don't know where you get that nickname from. I don't know where that comes from.
I wonder where.
I don't know. Well, man, like I said, you were the biggest surprise not to make it in. I think it was Spectrum. I think Spectrum cost you. Wouldn't be surprised. Spectrum's been kind of like the curse of Relentless this season with costing people playoff runs, but you kind of fought all last week to try to get yourself in, just barely missed it, and you come out here, put on a pretty dominating performance, get some momentum going into next season, wherever you guys decide to go. But what a hell of a season was for you guys. Let's get your shout-outs in. Congrats on P3 here tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for broadcasting it. Appreciate all the admins and Relentless. It's been fun. I don't think we'll be back. I will not be back for any Relentless racing next season. But no, I appreciate all the guys. Huge shout out to Banks on the championship. It was fun racing with Spencer all year and the rest of you guys. And I'll have to apologize to Ludi there. He got a little upset with me, but I raced him the way that he raced me, so Rubbin's racing. But no, huge shout out to everything you guys do on Southern Broadcast, so I appreciate it.
All right, man. Once again, congrats.
Thank you.
Well, it was a really clean race. We've seen a lot of clean racing to end the season in really all the series. I can't say that because I don't know how ARCA's doing. But as far as this series I broadcast go, it's been phenomenal racing. I can't wait to see what happens Wednesday night in the Cup Series. I would say tomorrow night, but Joey Roberts is going in tomorrow night with like a 17-point lead. So it's going to be hard for Joe not to win that championship, as bonus points and all that stuff is still in play tomorrow night. But Wednesday night, we got another championship for. You got Davey, Bucher. Oh, I can't believe I forgot who else.
Ed Morris.
Zach Morris.
And
I said Bucher.
Yeah. And Angel Hernandez.
Oh, how did I forget Angel? Angel's technically defending a championship because he didn't race last season.
and one thing that we haven't talked about tonight was the overall team championship, which will also be awarded tonight, and DBR kind of ran away with it.
I was like, that's not a surprise there.
Nobody was really in contention for it aside from them. They had a huge gap coming in. They will definitely get that overall team championship this season and see what happens next season.
All right, well, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. As we got the trucks going live. If I don't see you guys the rest of this week in chat, y'all stay safe this weekend. Labor Day coming up. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't drink and drive. You know, the typical stuff. Stay safe. And we'll see you guys next season if we don't catch you guys later this week.